Hi and welcome to the latest Ask Johnsy from home. In the last Ask Johnsy, somebody asked, I constantly go on about a personal property checklist, and somebody asked what might be in this checklist. Well, the checklist is going to be different for whether you're a homeowner buying for residential purposes or if you're an investor. So firstly, in both instances, you're going to ask what you can afford and certain basic questions around that. But if you're a homeowner, you might look at certain critical items like whether there's parking, how many bedrooms you need, whether the location's good, whether you need it to be next to local schools, whether it's got a garden, whether it's near public transport, if you need public transport. And then other things which are less critical, but also still very important, are number of bathrooms, state of the decor, how much work are you wanting to put into the property yourself. It is something that's very personal. Whether there's a dining room, a garage, or what's the local area like? Is it a nice area to live in? In terms of investment, you're going to look at what you can afford again. Your property profile and your tenant profile is really important. How much work are you wanting to put into this yourself in terms of improving the property, or secondly, managing and letting the property? How much work can you put into it? If you're not local, then you might be limited in what you can do. What is your reason for buying? What are your long-term goals? What finance are you intending to use? Are you looking to getting a buy-to-let mortgage? And also, what's your exit strategy? How long are you going to be intending to own the property for? What are you looking to achieve out of it? At what point are you going to pull your money out and maybe reinvest or use for something else? So they're your typical things that you'll have on a property checklist. But at this stage, stop and go back along with your checklist and ask, are these things really needed? Ask yourself the question again. If this criteria wasn't there, could I still live with the investment or with the property and live in the property? And that's how you really distinguish, is by asking yourself that question again. Some people go to the lengths of doing weighted lists. So they may weight a criteria between 1 and 10, how important it is, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Something that maybe the highest is distance from a local school. If you've got kids and you need to walk them to school in the morning, is there a school locally that you can walk to? That would be maybe a weighting of 10. If you had somewhere which is next door to a school, the score might be 10, and therefore your overall score would be 10 multiplied by 10 is 100. And you do this for all of your criteria, rating them out of 10 and how important it is in terms of 1 to 10. And that will then give you an overall score. That allows you to strip any emotion out of the equation, which is sometimes what people need to do in order to make the right decision. Sometimes it's better to let your head rule your heart. Okay, and that's everything from me, and that's the personal property checklist. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Ask Johnsy. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments box below, or email us at askjohnsy, all one word, at residential-estates.co.uk. If you find this video useful, click on the like and subscribe buttons below. You will also find our contact details below. See you on the next Ask Johnsy.